Dude, the skull.
That is nuts.
Is that a femur?
A femur.
I can't believe that's a real skull.
That is a real human skull.
They came for the architecture, but found something else entirely. Skulls missing from Victorian coffins sealed for over a century. Human kidneys left forgotten in transport basement floors. Cremated remains abandoned on funeral home tables that no one ever returned for. Mummified bodies still slumped against the walls of crypts long forgotten by the world. Caskets collapsed open, their occupants no longer contained. Tonight, we look at 4 times urban explorers made horrifying discoveries. Real footage of those who pushed past locked gates and found things waiting for them that should have been resting in peace. In 2018, urban explorer Braz of Decay traveled to Belgium to document an abandoned neuropsychiatric hospital called Salva Mater, a site he had already explored once at 2 a.m. the week before, and admitted on camera had genuinely scared him. The complex was built in 1850 by a duke named Karel, and after his death in 1907 with no children to inherit it, the property was handed over to the government, then to the University of Leuven, which converted it into a mental hospital. He returned in daylight with his friends to film the church, the main administrative building, and what was hidden behind a door he had spotted on the previous visit.
Hi guys, glad to be here again. For the people that followed me on Instagram, last week I uploaded a little story about a mentally ill hospital called Salva Mater. And today it's daylight and I'm in the church of the mental hospital. I've wanted to come to this place for so long and I'm finally here. And I hope you're gonna enjoy this place because I think it's incredible. Can you follow me around this building? We're gonna explore it to the last part of it. Come on. Okay guys, we have seen the church now and we're gonna explore the building a little bit further. We were here last week, we were here at night in these hallways at 2 a.m. and believe me guys, you don't want to walk around in a mental hospital at 2 a.m. I was fucking scared. I explore these buildings all the time and I still got scared. Okay, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about the history of this place. This place was been built by a duke called Karel in 1850. It's a very long time ago, that's around almost 200 years ago. And then he died in 2007, what am I saying, in 1907 he died. Because he didn't have children, the building has been transferred to the government, and the government, they gave it to the University of Leuven. And the University of Leuven said, oh, we need a mental hospital. So they built a newer psychological hospital here in the Salva Mater, what they called it, Salva Mater. This is the name of the hospital, and this is the main building of the place. There are a lot more buildings around here. I'm going to tell you a lot more about the history. Now we're going to explore the building a little bit further.
He moved through the administrative wing first, and found a small preparation room that nurses had once used to mix medicine. Then he pushed upstairs, where a section of the floor had completely collapsed, and something he saw through one of the broken windows made him stop and call his viewers over.
But, there was a photographer in this building before, but now he's out like half a year ago it's out of the building, and now for the first time this building is open. So I heard it from a friend of mine that this building was possible to explore, so we had to come here. Okay, we go inside of here. Don't know what this is. This might be a little kitchen to prepare something and maybe for some medicines and stuff like that. For the nurses to come in here and to prepare the medicines and everything. There were not that many patients inside of here. Okay, we're going to take a look upstairs. This building was not for patients, not that much for patients. There are some rooms upstairs for the patients, but not that many. It was more for paperwork and stuff like that, administrative building. So yeah, let's go upstairs. Oh, it's just falling apart. Come over here. Open a little window. Now you can see. Come here. Can you stop next to me?
A previous photographer had been working inside the building for years before it reopened to explorers, and his artwork was still mounted across the upper floor. One room in particular had been painted to look like the surface of an alien planet.
You see, there has been a photographer inside of this building. You can see he has put up a lot of artwork inside of this place. And this room, you gotta put on the light. I actually like the most. He has painted it like a surface of Mars or something like that, of an exoplanet. And you can see there are a lot of planets like Saturn, Neptune is here. I think this is the surface of Venus that we are on now, because it's very red. Yeah, Mars is also red, but Venus is very hot. You can see.
Braz made his way back to the church and climbed up to a lookout overlooking the main hall, where his friends were already photographing the interior from below. Then, he turned to face the back wall, and what he saw mounted there is what he called the most intact thing he had ever found in any exploration.
Here you have a beautiful lookout over the church. You can see my friends over there, they're taking pictures. There's Ref. Ref! Hey man! I have to say, this is the most intact, the most beautiful organ that I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, Vanden organ, not the real one. Not a single pipe of this organ is missing.
A fully preserved pipe organ, with not a single pipe missing, sat in a neo-Gothic church that was scheduled for demolition within weeks. The wrecking equipment was already parked outside the building.
Unfortunately, this building is going to be demolished in a few weeks. The building architects are already here. The cranes are already outside. They have demolished part of the building. Yeah, I find it so sad that this building is going to be demolished. I hope they renovate this part of the building, this church, because it would be so sad. This incredible church that we are standing in now is a neo-Gothic church. You can see it from the high windows and the pillars here. It's really typical building style for neo-Gothic style.
He walked across the main floor of the church and showed off the original chairs, including one with a hidden compartment built into the seat for the Bible. Then he pointed toward a small door cut into the back wall of the church, and what was waiting on the other side is the reason he stopped narrating.
A long time ago, 200 years ago. I like that it's fully furnished. The chairs are still inside of here. You have all these chairs, but this one is very special because you would put your Bible inside of here. The Bible would be inside of here. You would take it out, sit back on your seat, and yeah, you could follow the priest who was giving his speech. We're gonna go through that hole, and behind that hole there's something very special.
The morgue, the washing table where the bodies of mental patients had been cleaned and prepared for their caskets before burial, still sat in the center of the room, untouched since the hospital closed. As he stood next to it and tried to estimate how many people had passed across that surface over a century and a half of operation, he refused to put his hand anywhere near it. In 2025, urban explorer Steve Ronan traveled to central Italy with 2 cameramen to document what he expected would be a routine exploration of a 1,000-year-old village abandoned after the 2009 L'Aquila earthquake. But the trip turned into something far more unsettling. Before he even reached the medieval village, his team uncovered an abandoned hospital that had served as one of the main emergency centers during the disaster, frozen in the exact moment it was evacuated. Then, deep in the mountains the next morning, on roads even Google Maps had forgotten, they found something hidden in a village dating back to the 1100s, something he says was never meant to be discovered. He entered the abandoned hospital first, moving through a collapsing church on the grounds and into a maze of dark corridors. The deeper he pushed, the clearer it became that no one had cleaned this place out before walking away.
This wasn't just a road trip anymore. It became a mission to uncover stories lost to time before they're erased forever.
Love how decayed and abandoned this place is, and also right now we're in this church and it just looks amazing. We have some ornate statues and it's very neoclassical. I can tell this used to be such a beautiful church and now it's just fallen into ruin. Now, not only is it incredible because of its architecture, but there's still some stuff left behind, and there's a morgue area that we're going to be trying to find. I'm excited to give you guys a tour. I'm going to be taking photos as well, so you got to check them out on my social media links down in the description below, or search me at Steve Ronan. Getting a little bit dark, so this is going to be kind of a nighttime explore, but I hope you guys enjoy it. Definitely going to be very, very spooky.
That seems bigger though.
Dude, I feel like that can jump.
Looks like it, man.
Why does it have like
Thanks.
antennas on his back.
It does.
It's a weird spider, guys.
Oh yeah, what the? No, those are his legs.
They're standing up like that?
Yeah, it's in defense mode.
Oh, okay.
That's why it's like this.
Don't worry,
I'm
we're
gonna
not
mess you up.
we're not gonna attack you, buddy. Just right now, we're just exploring around this place, trying to look for the morgue. But there's still some pretty cool rooms to see other than that.
He found the library on the upper floor, with hundreds of books still scattered across the shelves and the floor. Then his team made it to the radiotherapy section, where the labels above each room were still legible. And what was sitting inside the X-ray room is the reason his cameraman stopped filming for a moment.
So as we're walking around trying to find it, I'll show you guys some cool rooms. Speaking of cool rooms, this is one of them. We got someone's face right there. And look at the ceiling. You can tell it must have been a beautiful painting at one point. There's some description right there below the statue head. Oh, it's a library.
Hundreds of books still remain scattered on shelves and across the floor. This was once a place where patients escaped through stories, long before the hospital
go up,
fell to
Braddock?
decay.
No, I'll let you climb it.
Uh,
Climb up.
yeah, we could. Oh yeah, there's another section of books right there.
We made our way to the upper floors, and that's when we found something incredible.
Dave is taking us to the radiotherapy room.
Are you ready for your restaurant?
Yeah, I'm ready, man. I'm ready for that radiation. Jeez. This side of the building collapsed.
Steve came across old scans lying on the floor as they pushed deeper into the building, and as he stepped over them, his light caught something in the corridor ahead, something he initially thought was a vampire-killing weapon. He couldn't explain why it was sitting in the middle of an abandoned hospital hallway.
Fortunately, it's very hard to see with all the dust on it and mold.
As the hours slipped by, our focus shifted. We were determined to find the morgue. The hospital was a maze of dark corridors and winding stairwells.
What the heck? It's not like a wooden spike. This is like impalers that they would kill vampires with.
They reached the basement and found the autopsy room first, the slab table still in place, with crosses carved into the corners of the walls. Then a smaller side room with a single dissection table and a framed anatomy diagram on the wall, which Steve realized had been used for teaching medical students how to dissect the deceased. And inside one of the bags, still sitting on the equipment, he spotted something that shouldn't still be there after all these years.
I have a feeling it's through here. You have like these very blurry windows that are pretty typical for morgues.
So this wasn't the morgue itself. I had stumbled into the autopsy room, a place where the bodies were first examined, studied, and documented before moving into cold storage.
Here are some slab tables where the bodies will be put on. This one is meant for just one body. You can see some crosses too on the corner over here. And this room is a lot smaller than the others. There's only one slab table. Oh, I think I know why. This part of the morgue was probably used for students trying to learn how to dissect the bodies. You can see this picture framed showing all the parts and details of the human body. They would probably study here. It's really strange to think that one day we're all gonna have to be laying down on those tables. There's another picture framed with the human anatomy. Oh, that's nasty. I bet there were human remains in that bag.
Most abandoned morgues are cleaned out long before any explorer gets there. This one hadn't been. The refrigeration unit was still in place. The cleaning tables, the dissection slab with the drain, the chemical shelves with an alcohol bottle still half full, all of it remained. And what was sitting on top of the morgue tables themselves is the reason Steve says his team was likely the first to ever document what was left.
It's pretty much left inside here. It can be quite disturbing. Oh my gosh. Look at that. That kind of looks like some urine samples. I think there's some human flesh in here too. That thing right there looks like human skin. Jeez. They would keep the bodies here in this refrigerator looking thing. Keep it frozen. They would take the bodies out, lay them on these morgue tables, and begin cleaning them. And once they clean it all, they put it on this table where they dissect it and seal it with the drain right there for the... There's some things on the shelf over here. Chemicals that they would use and alcohol to disinfect the body and do other things. Oh, nasty. I think these boxes were for guts. It says cat gut right on it. This is really gross. Oh my gosh. Look at these bags. That's literally dried human. There's some more dried we can see on the floor and on the morgue table.
The next morning, they drove deep into the mountains towards Santa Benedictino, a Benedictine village founded in the 1100s that was abandoned after the 1997 earthquake. The road worsened the higher they climbed, with falling rock warnings posted along the way, until the path became so narrow and strewn with jagged stones that Steve decided to park the car and walk the rest of the way.
But it's been open. Wait. Look at the warning strings on it. I don't think people are allowed to go here. Oh my god, there's a... Ooh, that's pretty scary.
Yeah,
right?
The road's caving in up there.
There's a symbol for...
Is this car fully insured?
It's fully insured, yes.
We might lose it, Steve.
We just passed a sign.
The road's literally going.
Oh gosh.
So we're just heading up into a ghost
Just drive carefully, Dave, alright?
Yeah, the road's crazy.
Yeah, I guess rock slides happen here.
That's probably
Oh, no, it's all landsliding.
Oh god.
when I've been because of the rock slides.
We're going off.
Wait. Should we just walk it? How far is this walk, though?
These are getting sharper and sharper as we go up, man. These could probably pop a tire and we're gonna really be stuck here.
I feel like we are stuck.
I don't even, we're not stuck yet. We can still reverse out somehow.
Wait. Dude, we're stuck in the ghost town. Let me give you
That's not what we want.
There's even a ghost town up there.
Really no good. Steve's about to fly the drone. If you look right up here, all of that can just come falling down onto us.
They reached the ruins on foot and found the front doors of the medieval church still wide open. Steve and his cameraman, Roddick, decided to split up so they could cover more ground before sunset. Roddick stayed below to investigate what looked like a smaller stone structure attached to the church. The moment he stepped inside and shined his light at the floor, he started yelling for Steve to come over.
As the sun began to set, time was running out. There was still so much left to explore. So Dave and I decided to split up. I stayed down below to investigate the lower buildings, while Dave climbed higher into the mountains to explore what remained at the top.
This looks like it could have been some sort of church or a tomb.
Yeah, it looks like some kind of church.
Oh, what the
Oh,
hell?
that's a tomb.
That is a tomb.
This is a whole tomb. This is like a giant... This could just be a giant tomb, bro.
It could be for like the priests or whatever, the saints.
Sitting on the floor of that chamber was a real human skull, fully intact, with a femur lying beside it. Based on the design of the walls and the craftsmanship, Steve believed this had been the tomb of someone important, a priest, a noble, possibly even a saint, and whoever had broken in had left the most valuable thing behind.
Oh, this person's tomb.
Dude, the skull.
That is nuts.
Is that a femur?
A femur.
I can't believe that's a real skull.
That is a real human skull.
That is someone right there.
That is a straight up real human skull.
By the looks of it though, like the walls and the design on it, I feel like this was like some sort of important person.
Yeah, I think this is a tomb for like a rich or important person.
And someone probably dug out their bones. Maybe it was grave robbers, and they came in here. They dug out his stuff, and he left his
Yeah, but they left the most important thing. The skull is it's like the priciest.
No, I think they were after whatever he was wearing on himself.
I don't know, man. Skulls are worth a lot.
But is it me, or does that look like 2 eyes and a nose on the rocks?
Then Roddick spotted something else in the same room. A second opening, blocked off with heavy shutters and stones deliberately stacked on top, like someone had tried very hard to keep people from looking inside. Steve made the call to move the stones. What lay beneath went far deeper than anything they had expected.
Does anyone have a light? I have a
My light.
I have a light.
Wait, let me see. This is probably where the body was dug up. Oh my god, dude, there's so many bones and there's flies.
There's more than just one
What
bone.
oh my gosh.
That's a whole great. Is there another skull?
Bro.
Is that a bigger skull?
Let me see.
Down there.
Let me see. Holy crap.
Is that another skull?
That is, I think so.
Like facing backwards.
Wait, let me see this.
It looks like it has a spinal cord attached to it still.
I'm kind of scared. Like, you know how people open tombs and they get sick after?
Really?
Because of like the decay? Maybe there's something like in the air that we might breathe.
I didn't know about that smelling of dead body.
I don't know, but you know, there's stories of that. People open up tombs and like they get really sick.
While Radek and I were still investigating the tomb, Dave was already venturing through the other ruins. Unfortunately, I couldn't film it myself. By the time I would have got outside, it would have been already too dark. But thankfully, Dave captured everything on his camera.
While Steve and Roddick worked on the underground opening, David hiked further up the mountain to explore the rest of the abandoned village. He found multiple villas lopsided from the earthquake, but still partly furnished. Beds, dryers, cabinets, even brand new toilets and showers still in their wrapping, installed by residents just before they were forced to evacuate. Then, on the upper floor of one of the homes, his light caught something on the ground that made him stop walking.
So many human bones. There's another skull right there on the corner.
That's what I thought.
It's all cracked open.
Jesus. Oh, you can see the inside of the bone marrow and everything.
Yeah, and there's another skull right there too. A lot of the skulls aren't as preserved as the one that we saw right there. Jeez, this isn't my first time finding a tomb in Italy after.
We go down there.
I don't really want to go down there.
More skulls, more bones, cracked open, scattered, and unlike the first one they found, these weren't preserved. Steve set up his tripod over the underground opening to count what was actually down there. As the light reached the floor of the chamber, his cameraman started counting out loud.
You know, I can see some skulls, some rib cages, femur bones. And by the looks of it, I'm counting 3 skulls, but if you happen to see more, leave a comment down below. If there's 3 skulls, that means there's 3 people buried down here.
It just took right by our head. Then a few inches away from your head, it was a bat.
Yo, there's a bat inside there too.
Yo.
There's literally a bat. I saw something flying down there.
Before they left, Steve closed the opening back up, paid his respects to the lost ones, and shared his thoughts on the village as they headed out. Santa Benedictino, in his words, was maybe the only ghost town left in all of Italy that still has human remains in it, and whoever had broken in before them hadn't been there for the bones. In 2026, urban explorer Bearded Reality traveled to the outskirts of Scotland to investigate an abandoned family crypt, one he had tried and failed to enter before. The site held the remains of a 19th century aristocratic family, with Victorian-era coffins sealed behind stone and lead. The only way in was through a section of the roof where the bricks had caved in. He brought his friend Alex along for the descent. Even before they reached the entrance, Alex was openly admitting on camera that the climb had terrified him the first time around.
What is up, my guys? Bearded Reality here. So today we're just off the edge of Scotland. We're going to be doing this abandoned long left crypt filled with old skeletons and bodies. It's meant to be absolutely mental, crazy crime. Oh my god. The crows behind us and the ravens, everything all kicking off. Alex cannot wait. It's a mad place, but yeah, might be a bit gruesome, so let's see how we get on. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll crack to it. Right, here we are. Oh, that minute, mate. Oh, very nice. Oh, a bit of a drop. Watch yourself. Oh boy. Yeah, this kind of thing's not really for the faint of heart. Yeah, you're fine. So I've been here once before, and trying to get into this place, it terrified me. Like, the drop was mad. Like, it is mad. It is mad, come on.
What's up, my guys? Be around here. Bearded Reality climbed up through the broken brickwork first and dropped down into pitch black, leaving Alex standing at the top, trying to figure out whether there was any way back out once he committed to the descent. But the moment Bearded Reality's torch hit the floor of the crypt, he started yelling for Alex to hurry up and get inside with him.
As you can see, a lot of the old bricks have come off. The top's open.
Yeah, I was about to say, access is at the top now.
There you go.
Not much of a drop then.
No, that's it there. That's how you climb and you drop down.
So it's just from that height to there?
Yeah.
That ain't too bad.
But you get in, you're going to see something absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Right. Get your stuff away.
I'm not going there first.
No, we're both going to get up.
Okay. That's the easiest route.
No, yeah, you have to go down.
So how
Find a
many
way
people can be at there at the same time?
One at a time. Right, I'm gonna light you up. You don't have to lift me up. I can get you. It's easy climb. See, there, and then I'm gonna pass you the torch. That's your sit point, yeah. Go on up. I'm coming with you. You're the tall one. Don't worry about it. Because you're gonna catch me as I come down.
Ideally, what we want to know is there a way back up? So, for example, is there something inside, like
We
wood
can
or?
climb something, or we'll just keep a thing.
But we don't want to jump in there and can't get out. Bro, I'm getting up. Right,
There.
so next step here, look.
Yeah, use these as steps.
And then that is all, that ledge
Not
there
yet.
is all.
You don't need that yet, though. You don't need that yet. I'm gonna hold that to give you arms.
This is not a step.
No, using that as a step.
My shoes come up. Can you sit up? No, that is, you can't see that is the step.
Well, you got
No,
then Alex, it's stable. That there, hold on to the thing and pull yourself up. Yeah, there you go. Got it. He's got it.
Yeah, I know.
No, pull yourself up now. Run it up. You got it. There you go. You're done. He's in.
He moved deeper into the chamber alone and found the stairs leading down into the actual mausoleum, where the family coffins had been sealed behind stone walls for over a century. Then his light caught something on the floor that wasn't supposed to be there. Someone had been down here recently.
This is the big one. Oh my god. Right, shine the light down, boys. Yeah. Oh my god. You're not gonna believe it. Come on, get down. These are the steps. Oh my god, what? Yo, somebody's been doing witch spells down here. Somebody's been doing witch spells down here. Yeah. Right, come down so I'm not in the crypt on my own. This is spooky, man. Look how it's reinforced up the top here. Louisa Campbell. Guys! Oi!
He started calling Alex's name, but got no response. And what he spotted next, on top of one of the sealed crypt walls, is the reason he refused to keep filming until Alex finally climbed down to join him.
Are you guys really messing about and like leave me in the crypt on my own? Get in here now. Like, you mad? Yeah, these are open. Look at that. So these must have been footsteps and stuff that people have gone. And what is that then? That's got to be like another bay. This is mad. Wait till you see it. Wait till you see it.
Hey? Wait till I see it. I'm not to be alive.
What is... Yo, that's the coffin door. My god, it's a skeleton.
Someone's been doing some form of witchcraft, definitely.
Well, look at that.
The pair moved past the first set of sealed graves and found that several of the coffin walls had been smashed open from the outside. Bones were scattered across the chamber floor, and the lead lining of one Victorian coffin had been peeled back, exposing what remained inside. Then Alex spotted an object sitting on top of one of the broken graves, and the second he identified what it was, both of them fell silent.
Look at the kind of like the coffin though. It's like lead lined, is it?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's thick lead.
Yeah.
Yeah, really thick that.
Yeah. This is not for the faint of heart, guys. So just be warned. What is this then?
Yeah. This is
Yeah.
definitely.
I can't look up. What's this then?
Yeah, look at that.
Oh wait.
£50.
I think that's like another coffin. So that's a full coffin there, look. Or maybe they were waiting to have it.
Ouija board.
Yes, it is a Ouija board.
Yeah.
Yo, get in here. Oh, come on. Come on, buddy.
Bearded Reality read the inscription on one of the still sealed tombs, identifying the woman buried there as Louisa Campbell, Lady Johnston, wife of Sir Alexander Johnston, who had been laid to rest in May of the 1800s. He then turned his light toward a candle and an iron object placed directly on top of her grave. What he said about why someone would put those specific items there is the reason he stopped touching anything.
Oh wow. Like that.
Yeah, so
Why is that open?
Louise, because people have broken in, mate. Grave robbing.
Very good.
Louisa Campbell, Lady Johnston, relict of the Right Honourable Sir Alexander Johnston of Canalock, May 7th AD. AD?
After that. AD.
No, AD.
What's that mean? Someone's been trying to contact these, you know.
Yeah, and I can see you see the little.
Look, there's a candle here and another bit of iron.
This is mad.
No, just cut down the sidewalk.
Oh my god.
He climbed onto the ledge of one of the smashed open coffins to peer inside. What he saw lying in the lead casing made him ask Alex to push him higher so he could confirm what was missing.
I can see ribs, I can see hips, and I can see a lot of decay still in there, but no skull.
Yeah. You're fine. Yeah, just hold my back a minute. Like, push me up.
Bro, I don't want to do that.
No, I'm going up. No, hold my back. I'm gonna. Ready, 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna use. Yeah, because I'm not as. 3, 2, 1. Push me.
Yeah. I can't see.
Yeah, the skulls are gone.
What? The skull ain't there?
No. Yeah, the skull's gone.
Yeah, I think even this one, the skull's gone, because the head is this end. Why is the skull gone? The
People
hair's still
taking them.
there. Yeah, you can see the hair. So why is the skull gone? Oh, the skull's in this one. No, yeah, don't.
Right, I'm going up. Ready again?
Yeah.
Push me up. Mate. Yeah, you can see the hair, but the skull's missing.
Then he looked into the second coffin and the third and realized the same thing had been done to every single body in the crypt.
So wait, why?
Somebody took the skull.
But why though? Yeah, the skull's in this one. See that, guys? You can see the lips, the nose.
My God, nah.
Yeah, you can see the lips. Yeah, you can see it. Oh my God, yeah. And all the hair, look, around there.
Let's see.
That's a woman, that is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the hair. Look.
Yeah, that's a woman.
So yeah. So what? Somebody took the.
Oh, that's the name, Caroline. Caroline Lester. What's the change?
Lester.
He found Caroline Lester. He found Smith Johnson. He read off Victorian-era nameplates from family members who had been laid to rest under thick lead and sealed stone over 100 years ago. Then he turned his torch toward the far corner of the chamber and saw the one thing in the entire crypt that didn't belong to any of them.
And then Smith Johnson.
I don't know where you're looking. Oh, there.
Yeah, you can see the lips and the nose.
Oh my God, yeah.
Caroline Lester.
That is the skull. Look at the yellow mould in the hair. The fabric's still here though, look, you see?
It says Lester. Oh no, it might be Lester actually. And Campbell Johnson.
1880s though. No, that's not this. Oh wait, has that been taken off? No, it
Good
hasn't.
age though, 85.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is how they did
So
it.
this is the only one that's got
Lead lined.
a skull.
Yeah. It's still there, the rest of them. I don't get it.
Maybe that's like a recent one.
Or maybe the skulls are used in the ritual and only this amount of rituals have been done.
It's insane.
There's bones as well, aren't
Yeah, all bones, mate. So that's a hip bone.
That's it.
Like, I mean, to be fair, I shouldn't.
Don't touch that.
Well, look at these old candles. That's what it is in there. There's a candle that they had burned in the body.
Whatever had been done to the Johnston family down there wasn't grave robbing in any way Bearded Reality could explain on camera. The skulls were missing from nearly every coffin. Iron objects and candles had been placed on the sealed tombs. A Ouija board sat on the floor of a chamber that had no legitimate way in or out, and the chair in the corner, the one positioned facing the broken graves, looked like it had been. In 2017, Urban explorer Desertify Urbex documented what he later called the most unexpectedly strange exploration he had ever filmed. He had traveled to a remote site in Scotland to investigate an abandoned crypt tower hidden behind a wall of thorn bushes, with no idea what condition the inside would be in. The broken silhouette of the tower first came into view through the trees, and even from a distance, he could tell something about the structure wasn't right. The front door was already open when he arrived, and the smell that hit him the moment he stepped inside made it clear that people had been moving through this place recently. Pieces of broken casket crunched under his boots across the floor, and what he saw on the shelves built into the walls, he later called profane on camera.
The door was open, and the dark inside beckoned me to enter. There was a smell of must and pieces of broken casket clattered underfoot. It felt profane to be here.
He pushed deeper into the lower chamber, and his light caught something resting on one of the smashed shelves that stopped him cold. There was no caretaker for this site, no security, no one watching over what remained of the people buried inside. And what he found lying in plain view is the reason he stopped narrating for several seconds.
And then could it be? Human bones. Somehow still remaining, seemingly with no modern guardian, they lay in plain view.
He decided to push upward into the collapsed upper levels of the tower, climbing a partially exposed spiral staircase that had been buried under decades of rubble.
We then decided to explore the collapsed upper floors. A partly exposed collapsed spiral stair led up the rubble.
After clearing the tower, he stepped back outside and noticed something he had missed on the way in. The tower wasn't standing alone. A small cemetery surrounded the entire structure, hidden beneath layers of overgrowth. And as the wind moved through the tombstones, his camera caught something between the graves that didn't belong.
It had slowly come to be apparent that a small cemetery surrounded the tower, and we decided to see what remained. As a wind blew, and among the large tombstones, I noticed signs of activity. A few neatly placed holes, which were too perfect to not explore.
He approached the first one and shined his light down into it, but the depth and angle made it impossible to see what was at the bottom. The second hole gave him his answer.
The first was very dark and inconclusive. The second confirmed it, grave robbers. If you look carefully, you can see what was left.
As Desertify Urbex panned his camera slowly across what was left inside the second hole, he realized this wasn't an isolated case. The thought he voiced on camera as he walked away from the cemetery was one he couldn't shake for the rest of the trip. How many other sites just like this one were being hit in the exact same way, with no one watching, no one guarding, and no one left to even know the people were already gone?